Welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew, Cream Crew, Angels of Love and Light, which are also part of my divine panel. Welcome in. What do I want to say? Well, this is wonderful. I just felt the notion to use the Book of Shadows Tarot, and at a moment's notice, I tried to decide between As Above and So Below, and I think I picked As Above because there's some like strange things happening, things that I think have been going on for a while that I did not realize, and they're not all like completely like you know, in one genre of descriptives. So I don't know where to start here. I just want some specific messages on this particular slice of pie. I think that's where I left off in one of the descriptions on, I think, June 13th. I'm not done with that video yet, but it, something about a slice of pie being a piece of cake. Oh, maybe it was the one before that. I don't know. I tried to do 3 at the same time, basically. And it was, basically, this should be a piece of pie, okay? And most pies are very, very good. And even though I'm not a pie person, but once you find a good pie, it's really, really, really good. I think I'm getting a little off track here, but it's okay. So, let me just look over here. On the left side, I have 2 of cups, 2 of water. Very unexpected for me to receive at this time, but it's part of the partnership program, is what they're saying. Which is, it's just crazy because, like, I don't expect having these things, like, line up in a row, but they do. And that points all the more direction to like strong bonds and partnerships. It's not just like a one-time offer or a one-time thing or an anomaly in my life, but this is due for incoming. So it's incoming and it's receiving, and no matter how many times we have to repeat ourselves, it's worthy of repeating to you, Tina. So this is wonderful. Specific messages. These are divine unions. This is more like ritualistic. I mean, and it's purity anyway, because like it's, dude, seriously, this is like a combination of the casual and formal. So it's like dinner arrangements, but it's like wedding vibe venue. You know what I mean? So these are sacred relationships. Like there's 3 doves, like, you know, hark the angels sing, basically, as above, and then 3 candles below, and 1 for each side. It's a divine union. Now again, the male portion of it, the masculine portion, has wings, but what's supposed to be depicted as me, I don't have wings. What the frick? Why don't I have the wings? Why does only one have wings? Maybe I have little baby wings? I don't know. Something that I just noticed anyway. So, whoever is my person, or my my union sentience, is upper ranks. Yeah. Yeah. Seeing upper ranks. Yeah, festival. Okay. Anyway, on the right side, even more so, dude. This is the doing part. This is judgment. What this card is labeled as is initiation. That's insane. Insane. So, this is even more so a divine union. This is prayers answered, all like wishes heard and honored, and it's just like, this is really, really good. Yeah. Alright, so anything else that you want to say on my divine panel? With regards to, being that those are the energy header cards, and the title is Specific Messages for this particular slice of pie. 4 of Cups in reverse. I am the chosen one. Chosen. Yeah. Okay. So this is correct. You know, can I talk to them about this thing? That it's just kind of irritating me. Another thing. Should I just let it go? I don't freaking know. You tell me. I don't know if it's part of a share or just move forward. Well, it's a trophy cup. Spill it. Spill the beans. Alright, so again, like I said, I'm not wearing, you know, my necklaces in a normal manner. But look, here. Should I show them? I don't know. It's okay. But as you can see, peekaboo over there, that I'm like, I'm going to show you how I've connected the dots and how much, because it's not just particularly one person, but that's like, that's a dead ringer for what I told you about earlier. But then, I don't know if I could, look. So these are the ones that are treated, all right? There's none in the back of my neck. It's just these. So this means that I have been interfacing. Do you see how crazy that is? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This 8 is like a combination. So and this was 2, but like it's blending together because it's curating. It's time to fall off. But yeah, so that is where my necklace lays. The one that's supposed to protect me. The one that is protecting me, basically. But do you know how strong this stone is? This stone is super duper 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 strong. And I acquired it from very particular dealers. So within their specialty. So I don't know what to say. That like this stone is so strong. I've talked about it before in the vibratory matters of it, its protection levels, and my personal experience with it. Probably at least 1.5 years ago is when I talked about it. But and that's when I learned of my extreme powers of being able to break something, break ancient things. I didn't realize how strong I was. It's if anybody saw what I did, like any average person would definitely think that that's scary, or like, oh, that's weird, you know. But any occultist would know what that means. Any practitioner at a certain heightened level, they know what that means. And so I think part of the reason why I've been protected in like having the lower head count and being underground, etc., being granted certain permissions and protection, which I very much appreciate, is because of things that I am introduced to that I don't realize I already have, that I could tap into. And so back to this part of it. This tells me a lot about how much I was being attacked. Let me show you. Because, you know, any, like, what do you call it? What is it? The skin people? What do you call them? Dermatologists. Okay. Dermatologists would be freaked out. Like, they would be very, very worried about this, you know. But, this is, or like somebody who's book learned would say, oh, that's hereditary, or oh, that's because of the chafing of your necklace, etc. And if there was any, if that were true, why not hold it to the same measures of well, why don't, like, we wear clothes every day. I wear earrings almost every day. So why isn't there any of that on my earlobe? Or like, anybody, like, why is it restricted to females or males? Or like, why isn't it like I wear underwear every day? You know, like, why isn't it like on there? Or socks? You know, why isn't it on my ankles? And so that's why that's what I'm saying. So looking at this, it's basically where it all falls. This is where my other necklace goes of protection, and the other necklace is meant for psychic protection as well. So you can see with the overlays how I was being majorly attacked. And so there's that. Oh, it fits so perfectly on there. I will do it. I like it. So like I wear bracelets all the time and with rings, you know, like I don't see that stuff happening over here. But like if you connect the dots, holy smack rolls, it is for real, for reals. It looks scary in person. Like really not good. So just had to share that. What do you want to say on my defined panel? And like I said, this last place, I've been working there since October. You know what I mean? And like from there to here, like that's insane for that to build up in that much time. So what do you want to tell me, my divine panel? They're telling me like I don't need to worry about this. Like don't give in to you know, the book learned studies of this or that. Like I have a lot of great energy within and throughout me to you know, treat these properly. Yeah. So anyway, what do you want to tell me, my divine panel? Specific messages. Is there anything that you want to say with regards to this? I think initially when I discovered, like, connected the dots, it was within the past 24 hours. And I thought it would be, like, my desire in sharing it was a little funny because I thought that, oh, definitely nobody's going to want to hit on me with me showing these things. They would be, like, really tripped out. So I thought that would help, like, eliminate any further distractions of you know, people who have like fake opportunistic indulgent energy, you know what I mean? Like I don't need that, you know. So anyway, what do you want to tell me, my divine panel? Is there anything else that you want to tell me with regards to this? This one. 7 of Wands. That's weird. So this is having the higher ground, the advantage. It does look like the Hermit card, but there's like roaches all over him or something like that. It's yeah, creepy crawler stuff on him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, maybe 7 hidden all over his face area. This is weird. It does look like moles, you know, but they're bugs. So there are energetic like leeches or like people wanting to get around to my crown chakra area. This is dark energies though. Well, that's just weird. I was like, if the divine is going to tell me something, they were going to show me in the cards that would be unmistakably like noticeable. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know, but we're going to see. And so this is a visual application of what that would look like. So despite all of that, what this tells me is that I do have the upper hand. It is validating because it provides evidence in occultist measures of what, like when when the opposition reveals itself, it's very, very revealing. So it only further validates like my stature. And some people just don't really know how to hold their own. So when you look at it in like fair logic, it's like okay, you want to celebrate with a crowd. Some crowds cannot hold their liquor, and that's maybe due to whatever particular issue, temperamental, hereditary, however you want to allot that, whatever one subscribes to, whatever validation point that is. It's kind of factual where that person is. They cannot hold their liquor, etc. So, but they do want to celebrate. There's a desire in everyone to celebrate. Come on, like, you're going to take that away from anybody? Of course people want to celebrate. Some people are more troubled than others, and so that's like the affliction that that they deal with. And when not dealt with properly, then you know, you kind of see stuff like that happen. So it's how do I say it? These are energetics that would really love to be around me. However, there's major imbalances in their lives where they don't know how to address those desires. So they try to leech onto you. They try to like crawl into your space, like regardless of any, like, there's no concept of respect within their is it follow through within their nature anyway. So this is very validating in that I am very strong, regardless of how long they've been in the business or whatever practice, because roaches have been, you know, they're kind of like a historic figures. Is it like that? Anyway, how cute! It is a charm. All right. So, anything else you want to say with regards to that? Is ding ding ding. 6 of Wands, let's talk about that. 8 of Swords. This is long-standing victory. This is getting, like, you could, this is victory, and this is being kind of like staying in it, stuck in it, right? Meditative, like, that's crazy good. And then Ace of Pentacles, even more so, like, very forever funded. 4 of Swords, again, a thoughtful card, and 7 of Swords. This is like a stealer. This is, I don't know. That's 11 of Swords there, total. So this is added thoughts. Stealing thoughts, stealing. Oh, this is calling back my power, calling back my, how do I say it? My thought juices, basically. So this is the kind of like, so this is meditative, right? 4 of Swords. It's putting some sleep into something, like giving it rest and like some added thought, recuperation. So this is the number, like if we're going to verbalize it in one single word, it would be recuperation here. Okay, and what did we want to say about that? Recuperation. So that this is like taking back, stealing back my energy, my honor, my power, my opportunities, my balance, basically. So 7 of Swords. Yeah, okay, so what this reminds me of, because it's Swords energy, it's the thought space, like, how do I want to say it? It's the fastest moving, so we're talking days energy here. And this is saying that I'm funded for days, you see? Funded for days, because, how do I want to say it? 11 is a master aspirant when it comes to, I think, Andrew King. That's how he describes the, in its brevity, master number 11. So swords is days according to time, and therefore it's being funded for days. And wealth could be found in several measures. But the story that I wanted to tell you about was at this particular job. I remember when I first started, it was, I think, the first month that I started, we were anticipating visitors from the East Coast that were already like within our same umbrella. In fact, they were the main, like the heads basically, instead of we're just a branch. So they were very protective of their secrets, and they harked in all the land that they wanted to keep all their secrets, like their trade secrets, very isolated and siloed from anyone within the company, even from the main like headquarters, even from the heart of the company. They instilled like this thought process to everyone who entered in. Like it was part of the onboarding process to say, do not trust them, do not like say anything about our secrets, how we do things here, etc. And so I just thought it was kind of like weird, but you know, being like the assistant of the group and knowing how much travel there was, and like how fast things move, but also uncoordinated. It was very like, it was so weird. Like, so all of these things they wanted to protect, but they wanted me to like clean up in certain arenas. So naturally, when I saw like in the conference room on the wall, which is like a glass panel, like writing some like formulas, you know, etc., all of this stuff, it was like it was crazy. It was like these like certain formulas and statistics or whatever. And I know that for every important meeting with certain processes, they've taken pictures of their stuff. So for me to clean up and make sure that I'm following in alignment to protect the trade secrets and all of that, I asked their AVP if it was okay for me to erase the board, or if I should just check in with, you know, the bosses. And he said, no, I think we're fine. And I was like, I don't know. There's something inside of me that was just like, I'm not sure if that's okay. Let me just go ahead and, I don't know. And he said, no. He started erasing it himself. And I was like, okay, I don't know how I feel about this, but like if he says so, and he's been here for like a decade now, then it should be okay. You know what I mean? And why wouldn't it? I mean, it's like a small head count of a grouping. Of course he would know whether or not it's okay. You know, we're talking about like under 10 people daily, maybe 5 or less daily in that office. So like, what, you know, like it should be okay. So it's like, stop like freaking out and just like follow through and clean up and whatever. And so the next when the bosses returned back to the office, flew in from their trip, they're like, who told you to erase that? And I said, no. And I checked in, I explained the whole arena. And they said, oh, well, that it should have been left up. That was supposed to, the main boss is saying, that was supposed to make us look, you know, smart and edgy and you know, that's crazy. Isn't that freaking crazy? That it was supposed to be, he told me this. He said that was supposed to that was supposed to be there to make us look, you know, smart and, you know, like interactive, dynamic, etc. But he didn't use those words. He used smart. He used one other word, but I don't remember what it was. And so I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was just trying to clean up and protect our, you know, our trade secrets or whatnot. And he said, no, that's okay. And the other boss that was in there, he said, he referred back to her and said, so-and-so can regenerate it. She can put it back up there again, or duplicate it, whatever. And when he looked at her, I looked at her, and she, like, retracted. She's like, mm. Which tells me she couldn't. That was not her work. Even though she wrote it down, even it wasn't like, okay, that told me that she took the energy from someone, like energy siphoned, like their crown chakra, whether it was a visitor or somebody that they last visited. Like she took downloads off of somebody that didn't realize that they had access points to that. Like some people that are super duper 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 smart, they don't realize the activity within their auric fields. They haven't been introduced to that, so they're just within their, like, they're magnetized into their world of what they know and what there is to discover within that realm, while there's other realms like trapdoors, this and that, of certain access points. And so they've been taken advantage of. And whether that was in-house or on the external, I know for a fact that was not hers. Because months and months and months and months rolled by, and she was never able to duplicate that. You know, and we had so many visitors in. And so, but like these certain, so that's what they're saying here. She basically did that with me. You see? So that's like me stealing back my own power. And what did I want to say about this? I mean, what they keep pointing to was red. When I went to, what is it, thrift shopping at pop-ups on a couple of occasions, and I saw this red sweater. It was kind of like loose neck, so it was slightly off the shoulder a little bit, and it was not a normal red that I would select. It was like kind of the closest thing that I can think of is, you know, like old school red scissors, the handle part of it. So it's kind of like this tomato red, but it wasn't, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I was like, I don't know. It's only like, what, $10, $15 maybe. I don't know. How often would I wear it? I think it's lovely. I like the way it's cut. I like the whole idea of it, but I don't think it fits, you know, like, what do you call it? I don't think it fits my color tone. Like, I don't think it fits me well, you know? I think it would look great on someone who has, you know, more fair complexion, kind of more like the translucent, you know, or even like a, like black, but with a glow. But definitely brunette. It would look great on very, very dark hair with very light skin, or just like this translucent glowy type of appeal, whether it's light skinned or dark skinned. So I was like, I think that would definitely, somebody else could rock that better. And so so I let it go. But then the next day at the office, the other person who couldn't duplicate that formula, she came in wearing a red sweater, the same color. And it was so weird. Like, she was trying to be me. Like, it was crazy. Like, out of all the time, she just kept trying to duplicate me, trying to replicate me in some manner. She could never execute it. She could never execute it equally, nor, she always tried to do better, but she would never, ever be able to replicate me. And it was just so obvious. Anytime I looked back on, just every single point of reference. And so I'm like, you know, that tells me that I'm supremely safe in what her intentions are. So it's like she was given a bone, like, go fetch this, you know. And like how I know this was because she tried so hard, knowing, like, when she walked into the office with that red sweater and skinny jeans, she wore like boots with red socks. She wore red socks to match her red sweater. And I don't know. It was like she looked like a lumberjack's ex-girlfriend who is trying to who just got friend zoned or something like that. It was just so weird. It was weird. I don't know what to say. What? So anyway, that's what they wanted to show me on that. Where did I put it over there? Oh no, I put it right here. Okay. All right. So some specific messages on. So that's the story tying into this deck right here, the back end of it. So I've reclaimed my power. And these anecdotes are not for me to like release or to vent. This is more so provided as material to give you an example of what I mean, so that if shiz like that happens to you in your life, like let's say I'm speaking with a celebrity here, okay? New or like old, whatever. Okay, and I'm speaking with a celebrity, somebody who's highly known, regardless of the industry, and they have like these stalkers. They have people who are seriously, they have to get restraining orders on, because of like wanting to just like have your essence, you know. Like you have certain measures of like how you throw away your trash, because people will dig it. There's those energetics that'll dig into your trash and try to like find, I don't know what the fuck, like people can be like really gross. So there's that. So I'm talking about those celebrities that that have to protect their space. Because the world is a different place now. I mean, like, seriously. So, anyway, just some learning material thought I'd share. And I think more so, I don't know who my audience is. Like, the numbers don't show me really if they don't accurately show me who my viewers are, whether they're more male or female, like the demographics of age, etc. And so I don't really know, but I know that a lot of males do watch, and so a lot of them are not privy to those specifics. So I thought I'd share. Okay. Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Moon card. Okay. What opened up to it though? The Queen of, or is that the King of Cups? I think it's the King of Cups in reverse. So, I think the males that do know are intuitive, but they're emotional manipulators. They're severely imbalanced, and that's their own scripting. Basically, they continue that script, so it becomes like a crutch. So you know, they're saying when I have to interface with, I don't know. I mean, some people are like that. Some people are not. I think, yeah, when I have a certain ratio of those energetics watching me, you know, everybody's got their own learning process. and that doesn't necessarily mean that I intend to interface with them, but the divine intends to teach lessons regardless. So if you're going to be here, you're going to be taught, for sure. But this is about me manifesting, doing my own divination, doing that, just rocking it, just doing whatever. There's Anubis in the background, Grim Reaper, etc. And just trusting that people have got my back, When strange things happen, I still can rely on my abilities to see. And, but right before it, right before the King of the Cups being in reversal on this side, is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So I don't need to micromanage. I don't need to be a control freak and, like, I don't need to be so uptight. I think a lot of that sometimes is like the darkest of evils trying to distract me in a certain way, to pull my energy away from focusing on things that are more pure in its output and intention. So this is not just the manifestation for me, but also leading a group of peers, basically, or newbies, or like, I'm in a much better position now where I don't need to stress out about these others on the outskirts that don't know how to manage themselves. Like, I'm not their babysitter. I think, I don't know why they told me to say it like that. They told me to say I'm not their babysitter. Huh, okay. Anything else that you want to say on my divine channel? This fell on the foot rest facing on the right side. It's the Ace of Swords. This is for sure. I give them enough to chew on, to really think about in their resting moments. When they can't really combat themselves, when they can't get in their own way. Because when they're destructive to others, they're definitely destructive to themselves. They're kind of closing the portal within their highest access points, their stronger points. It's just kind of like retracting to, like, very resistant to change and to thought and to, like, real assessment. And so it happens during their rest, like their meditative dream state. You see? It's kind of like the reverse of Freddy Krueger, Freddy Krueger kind of does like the masker style in dream state. Whereas this is very different. It's it gives you like some quiet space to, uninterrupted, for one to really look at things that are like looming around. Yeah. Definitely. That's kind of crazy, huh? Definitely. I would 100% say that. Like, I can only provide resources and influence, but I don't micromanage. I'm not going to obsess over, like, did this person understand this? Did this person get it? Etc. No, this is the moon card. This is like, I deliver, and whether or not someone cares to, how do I say it? Manifest. They're still held accountable for their own part. Okay. Okay. Anything else, my divine panel? So some specific messages for this Slasapath. This one, or these two. 7 of Pentacles and 3 of Swords in reverse. So this is exercising some patience and quiet time to avoid heartbreak. You see? it says it in two ways. Like, there's, you see all the gnomes here, underwater, there's a dolphin up top. We're all protected on this slice of pie right here, okay? But then, down beneath, I know, like, sharks get a bad rap, but they have the strongest, like, jaws of anyone else over here. So we're not going to demonize this energetic, but we know that there are certain triggers for this to snap. And so we're just waiting it out, we're just giving it some peace time, you know, like la-ti-da energy, to avoid any reckless behavior that would cause disappointment, heartbreak, loss, etc. So this is just a iteration, you know. So this is like kind of the scoop right here. Okay, that's where we're at. Safety. Here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Alright, that's kind of weird. Why would I get messages like that? I mean, the prefix of very frontal header cards was initiate energy. Like, this was divine unions, bonds, very sacred relationships. So what's the deal? Oh, this is the path in reverse. It's the hermit card in reverse. So it's following the call. So people answer the phone, etc. So things can happen after that. This is light at the end of the tunnel energy. So this is no longer being troubled by the common areas of distress. That's what they're saying. Huh. Yeah, like, okay, my cat was having some real issues last night, just at random. Like, it went on top of one of its crates and peed on top of it. Like, it never does that. It was staring at the wall. It was weird. And I thought that was just weird. He was just sitting there, and he would peed on it, and he was just hiding in certain places too. And this was after I had found that there were crickets in my room, and that expanded to different areas of the house. So I know that the crickets in general are here to, like, support me, because how do I say it? They're doing, like, cleanups, like pest control, etc. And so when I told you they were loud, I was like, it kind of, it's so loud. It's a little scary, because it's like, it's right there, but it's so loud. It's disruptive in my sleep. And so I learned to just, like, let it go, right? Just let it go. And but then that night I told you, I think it was last night, that my cat peed on one of the crates. And it was no big deal. Like, we didn't scold him for it. We just knew something was up, hiding in certain areas, and it was just weird. And so I discovered, like, on the corner of the wall was another large cricket. And I told my son, like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, those are here protecting, you know, etc. And so we let it go. And then this morning, wait. Middle of that night, there was another one top of the stairs. I was like, oh, there must be some, like, hoo-ha craziness happening here, that different areas of my home needs to be protected. So I just let it go. Okay, I just, FYI, heads up, it's there. And this morning, our cat was, like, acting really weird, like on a hunt or something, while we were cooking, and it killed one of the crickets. And the only cricket, I believe it was the one that that was in the same corner as his as where he peed. And So not all of them. When I report like, oh, crickets, you know, are helping me out, you know, they're watching over me, etc. Then there's those dark energies like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna come in Trojan horse or pretend like I'm a fucking cricket and screw shit up. Which, you know, some things have been happening, but it was like minor petty things. Like I would freeze a bottle of orange juice and like in and when it was nearing like more of its watery state, um I like to get better hydration. It fell out of the freezer and cracked on the bottom like in this weird way. And there were other things that had happened that was you know, it's just stupid games. Play stupid games and win stupid prizes is the motto that most psychics or non-psychics know. But yeah, just stupid shit like that. Anyway, my cat killed one of the crickets, and I was like, oh, maybe not all of them are good, you know, because yeah. And then from that point, things are starting to go okay, except again, this morning, the past 3 days, my head has been really like heat fog. And only one of those days I went out during the heat. And when I came back after my 30 to 45 minutes and being hydrated, I like laid down on my mat and it felt like this almost like some kind of dizziness, as though like I was running the 30 or 45 minutes or running half of it. I was just walking. So there's something, some kind of thing that's lingering over, that's trying to screw around still. But you know, I'm not complaining. I'm just observing and reporting, and I realize I'm still very strong. If it's not affecting my kids, that means, like, how do I say it? It was at one point, but anyway, I'm very receptive. Like it's great that I can still fine tune without even trying, and so I appreciate the gifts that I'm given, and I don't know what else to say about that. But I felt, however long it was going to describe whatever I had to describe, it had to be described. Two of Pentacles in reverse. On the doing side, what are we saying about this? I think there's some things that need to be weighed out, like figured out. Okay, so what do you want to tell me about that, my divine panel? Is there something that I need to do? I know there's a couple things, but Five of Cups in reverse and the Sun card. No, you're doing exactly as you need to do. You say goodbye properly, Athena style, without like wrecking shit, you know, without causing havoc. You're not stomping your feet or anything. This is proper goodbyes, but this is firmly done. And doing it like, that's how I know you're not stomping your feet, Tina. You're not meaning to cause havoc, but you know, if you have to mirror or refract certain energetics, then you are more than capable and allowed to do so. It's valid. Okay, it's the Sun card. Oh look, guy's taking care of my bunny. But yeah, so some things need to be balanced out, but not on my end. Like, I'm doing what's right on my clock, and so the universes are, you know, working their magic accordingly. My petitions are being heard. My intentions are also heard within my like close knit. Oh, there we go. It's hard to do it with the with the ring right there. Anyway, Maiden of Water. So that's Page of Cups in reverse, and it's just still giving love to myself, giving props to myself. Why did it? I think on the bottom of the deck, lesser known, kind of like the B side, the what is it, the B-rated movies kind of thing, like that vibe. The lesser known but underground, like you still give love to yourself, Tina. 10 of Wands. So again, what I was saying about my close-knit group, this is what I was picturing, like the connectivities, like they know what my intentions are, and I think they don't fear it as when they once got to know a little bit more about me. So there's a lot to do for sure. King of Swords for sure. So these are definitely people who are telepathic, but they know shiz by the book. Like they know certain ways in, what is it, remote viewing. What is it, CVS? I don't know what they call it, but there's certain practices that these energetics know. For sure. Empress in reverse. So regardless, I have to be objective because they said just because, you know, Tina, you're not gonna doom anyone to a particular labeling in your empire. You just know certain energetics, and so this is the best way to give leeway rather than reason to deliver less than what you're capable of. And yeah, so 11 is justice right there. Right after that, it's just for the greatest good is what they're saying. Okay, top of the deck is a special tarot invitation. And so this is a lot of invites, a lot of yeah, associations, international. This is elevation to a profession, and a lot of talk, word of mouth, fascination and followership. A lot of magic here, and a lot to be projected. Again, chosen. And a lot of good deals too. So they had me focused on different verbiage, like, I don't know, this is the first time they've ever had me do this. Like, my eyes just drifted to certain words that were what they wanted to show me. So this is not just any special invite, but very specific. Yeah, so be confident in that. Okay. Right beneath that, Maiden of Fire in reverse. So it's about to start. Page of Wands in reverse. It's about to strike up. And one last thing that's no secret. 9 of Cups. It's going to bring in a lot of happiness. It's a renewal. It's a lotus flower that just popped its way up. See? It's like this is the birthday cake, but it's you know, people like pop out of the birthday cake, but it's a lotus flower. With 2 extra lotus flowers right behind her. Oh my gosh, for sure. It's good. All right. So my divine, you know, my best of crew right here. What is your takeaway? 8 of Cups in reverse. There's an official comeback here. Some of our old energy that didn't like quite think too highly of me, or I don't know. I don't think it was super harmless. I mean, super. Oh, maybe it was a little. Anyway, there's comeback energy. I want to get a spec on that. What's the valid, like, what's the clarifier for that? It's dominant energy. Oh, Queen of Pentacles, yeah. So, and it's upright. So, you know, everybody makes mistakes, but this is someone that's coming through. These energetics that are coming through. This is lover of all sentience. This is the best mother of all queens. This is good divine. This is a keeper of in divine feminine energy. So you could be male, non-binary, whatever, however you want to, you know, allot yourself. This is identified as divine feminine energy. So nurturing, but like not so like not always soft and gentle. You know what I mean? So this is a comeback energy. So there's some kind of a realization point or like a renewal, and maybe like the people that were not like down for me or could care less about me were just not in the right place at the time of their own assessment, or it was a very shallow assessment, and you know, they're back feeling good and alive again, and they get it, they understand, etc. So yeah, I would say so, because this is happening like after bouts of trial and error with, like, you know, brewing things and just like certain plans and rituals or whatever. That's trial and error. So that's official comeback. Very nice. What is our takeaway then? 9 of Wands, showing up together. Yep, this is good. This is a good showing. It doesn't show any injury here. This guy is pretty ripped, so it's kind of like self-care for preventative measures. So we know this is the energetic of not having to wait there, like wait until something happens in order to put your best self, like, you know, show up as your best self. This is conditioning oneself to be in prime state for the sake of personal power as well as a grouping. See? Some people also work with crystals here. Interesting. Okay. For sure. It's the same. Okay, if you're not an occultist, if you don't like do this like stuff, if you think it's too woo woo, if you just so happen to be here, and then I guess the comparison would be like when you dress up better to go to church, or when there's a board meeting and the board members have to be there, or people from out of town come through, you're going to be more at the presentation of your best self. You're going to be readily available. You're going to check on your car that there's going to be enough like room to accommodate any kind of emergency carpool. You're going to like have some sort of a rough agenda, you know, like if you have a guest room, you're going to have like, you know, certain, you're going to show up more capable of providing certain accommodations for people of equal likeness in what they bring to the table. So that's basically what they're saying there. It's not just a matter of blind. It's not a matter of blind respect, but practiced knowing in loyalties. That's what they're saying. Yeah. Like it's not just like a practice, it's like the excitement of coming together in that way. Okay, so what are my 3 takeaways? Takeaway number 1. Oh, King of Cups in reverse. I want to get a clarifier. So what is this one? King of Pentacles upright. So this is weird because it's like, what this reminds me of is it's like, you know, in Stranger Things, how they're in this realm where, when they're in the, I forget the little like underworld place, there's things floating in the air, like these white little specks, like glistening things floating in the air, whether in the dark end or within the light. And if they're in the light, it's more like shimmery, glimmery, like that kind of energy. But things are just like, if time seems to stand still, and there's energetics like all around, just floating around. So it reminds me of that here. Being that this was the clarifier to that, it's kind of like, I know the undercurrents of things. So, like, this is not me, like, foreboding me as, or even as is state right now that I am manipulator of, what do you call it, emotional states, and that I'm imbalanced on that. Like, I was like, what does that mean? This is throwing up, like, this is the understanding the undercurrents, mastering that. And this is also Jesus Christ, spirit and casual energy, like, just, you know, undercover download, whatever. I'm still here. But there's, if we're looking at this as a standalone, but here it's like, this is more so knowing and mastering the undercurrents. And so the other part of myself in the underworld is like, oh, this is kind of like in the pool or like scuba diving or whatever. You find some kind of treasure in the bottom and then you just like throw it up to here. So it's an added realm of resourcefulness that I can tap into now. Yay! Oh, shoot! I didn't mean to do that. So what's the bottom now? High Priestess in reverse, for sure. That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, so definitely tapped into the undercurrents. That's definitely moon magic energy in, like, having a shiz ton of pull. Having that king, the King of Cups and Pentacles, that's cookie and cup. Like, I'm good on my own, too. Like, the extracurriculars are indeed extracurriculars. You know, it doesn't make or break my day. It may make things exciting, but for right now, like, dude, like, I got a lot going for me. Top of the deck, King of Swords. Again. That's crazy. Somebody's watching here that, like, this tripped me out a little bit. That's crazy. What's beneath him? What's the 10 of? Yeah, so this is, I'm very much connected to this energy for sure. Okay. And what's behind the High Priestess in reverse? Queen of Cups. Again, talk about there's so much bull. It's crazy. So that's great. That's wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so what are my other two takeaways since we just did one? Okay. Takeaway 2. 5 of Wands. It's the same dude that's ripped with a 9 of... Where did you go? Where'd you go, man? The guy that was like in the 9 of Wands that was ripped, he's now sitting down. That's weird. Where'd you go? I have the Queen of Wands right behind here too. I don't know why I didn't see that. Queen, no, Page of Wands. No, that was correct. Okay. So where did the dude go? I think he went back in here anyway. He's now sitting down with a large, I don't know, raven right behind him. That's crazy. This is my riot crew for sure. because there's 5 salamanders in the back, or 4 or 5 in there. It's like embryonic right there. For sure. There's Zeus energy. Okay. So that's one of my takeaways. Oh, dude, it's right here. Oh my gosh, it was right in front of me. That's weird. How did I not see that? You see, it turns from that to, like, do you see that? That's insane. He's even more ripped here. You know, like how when you stand up, you look like you're fine, but then when you sit down, like you got what? That's probably just like extra skin or something. Cause like seriously, let me see. Quick demo. Like, seriously, I don't feel like, I don't know what people are seeing here until I show it. But you see what I'm saying? Like, whereas this, when he's sitting down, he kind of looks more ripped. I don't freaking know. You see? Anyway. That's insane. I never noticed that before. Okay. So that's putting in the work because that's from 9 to 5 in its description. Okay, my final takeaway for this reading is 8 of Wands in reverse. Say no more. Say no more. What did it come up with? 10 of Swords. You're killing it. You've said it all. You said all that you need to say. That's crazy. That's the pie right there. That's the whole freaking pie. That's what they said. That's crazy. All right. Thank you for all donations provided in and of light and love. I certainly appreciate it. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, strength, essence, gifts from those that generate, call upon, bring, cast, or any variation thereof, ill will, intent, and or entities to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit and Archangel Michael's blue flame for cleansings, for blessings, and reformatting to live and light energy. And then refortified in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, no attachments except for bonus points included. Thanks so much. So, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading. Now.